So I'm in Venice today. Let's go see what we can see. Oh, that building's something, isn't it? I've seen that in pictures. People queuing for it, so... Something kind of positive, although potentially negative if you actually live here, is that I've noticed there's not really that many chains in Venice. Lots of independent shops. Which makes a nice change. This area reminds me a bit of Bruges. The question is, do I go in or not? Because I've got a lot to do today. I'm on the terrace here at this church thing, whatever it's called. And you're not allowed to take your bag in, or take pictures or video in there, or use your mobile. So I still stand by what I said in Milan, which is that what is the point really in having these buildings at all if they can't be shared or made accessible? I mean, isn't it the number one mission of Christians to share their faith? So why would they intentionally hinder that by closing off buildings and making them unnecessarily inaccessible? I mean, does God really care if someone takes a picture of a ceiling? I mean, this is just... Is this like an actual thing? I mean, really? I realise I can't take any more pictures of Venice because it all kind of looks the same. You know, how many more pictures of canals can I take? Well, the Rialto Bridge is covered in scaffolding, so that's good. But I've seen pictures before, so I imagine it just looks like it does in the pictures. I mean, I did see it, to be fair, from the other side from a boat, which doesn't have scaffolding on it. So Venice absolutely stinks tonight. I mean, really stinks. And this is why. This must be an absolute nightmare to deal with. Flooding every night. So basically I just had to walk back to my hotel on these wooden planks that you see people walking on here. I have never smelt anything this bad, nor have I seen flooding this bad, and I assume this must happen regularly for them to actually have preparations like this. Well, I never really did fully believe that Venice is sinking, but no, it really is, isn't it? Yes, that's inside the hotel. Every single building also seems to flood. Some have floodgates, some built slightly above the water level, and it reeks in the hotel as well. And this morning it's all gone, and this is all that's left. But presumably at high tide tonight it'll be the same again. Of course I'll be in London by then. I've noticed this is a thing in Venice a lot. Not being able to decide whether to have steps or a slope. It's very difficult to walk on. Now I've managed to catch up with a guy that woke me up this morning outside my bedroom window. This is what I woke up to. It's very repetitive, isn't it? I've taken a lot of pictures of clock towers, and I think nearly all of them have been wonky. So I'm surprised that they haven't fallen down really, but clearly they needed to fine-tune their tower building strategies. Some little gondola ride. Well, that was a cheap way to do the gondola, only €2 just for the ferry across the Grand Canal, which are the only gondolas still in use by Venetians. Most are now just for tourists, except for those little ferry gondolas at points across the Grand Canal where there's no bridge. So I thought I'd do that instead of spending €80, can you believe it, on a real gondola. Which ironically are actually not real gondolas because they're just used by tourists. Obviously a one-way street. Massive, aren't they? Look at that. I haven't really seen any fish, I have to say. In fact, I haven't seen any fish, which makes me somewhat concerned that the water is not very oxygenated. Then again, it's very green, so you'd assume a lot of algae. Interesting, of course, that the boats drive on the left here. You even have traffic lights.